Welcome to the special meeting of the Bakersfield City Council. Now speaking, the Honorable Mayor Karen K. Go.
Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to call to order the 12 p.m. special City Council meeting of September 5th, 2024. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mayor Go.
Here.
Vice Mayor Gonzalez.
I'm here.
Councilmember Arias.
Here.
Councilmember Weir. Councilmember Smith.
I'm here.
Councilmember Freeman.
Here.
Councilmember Gray.
Here.
And Councilmember Core.
Thank you. In keeping with the Council's new resolution, public statements are now received at different times depending on the item. I will call on the City Clerk to call for public statements at the appropriate time, so please listen carefully. If you wish to make a public statement, please fill out a public speaker card and place it on the tray on the counter next to the speaker podium. We ask that you mark whether you're here to speak on an item listed on today's agenda or on a matter not on the agenda. Speakers who do not identify a specific agenda item will be presumed speakers for the non-agenda public statements. If you're here to speak on an item not listed on the meeting agenda, you will be called first to speak. Statements are given a 2-minute time limit, 20 minutes total for all non-agenda item public statements. If you're here to speak on an item listed on the agenda, I will call for you at the appropriate time. If public statements become disruptive and I have to clear the chambers to regain order of the meeting, you will be called in one at a time to provide your public statement when your item is called. Everyone in attendance is expected to adhere to the rules of decorum established by the resolution of the City Council. Failure to abide by the city's rules of decorum, including any disruptive behavior that interferes with our ability to have an orderly and efficient meeting, prevents the City Council from conducting the business of this city. Madam Clerk, do we have any public speakers regarding items not listed on the agenda?
Mayor Go, no speaker cards have been received for items not listed on tonight's or today's agenda, nor have there been speaker cards submitted for agenda items.
Thank you. Next item, please.
New business item 3A, Centennial Corridor eastbound 58 to northbound 99 Loop Connector Project.
Thank you. Mr. Clegg.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Just a couple quick comments, and I'll pass the time to our Interim Director, Zach Meyer, to talk about the item specifically. But we don't schedule special meetings of the City Council lightly, but in this particular instance, as a large project that we've been trying to move as quickly as possible. This is the 7th movement of the 5899 interchange, part of the overall TRIP program. There are 2 remaining movements that are a priority for us to complete. And it's a very large contract, fairly complicated process, and we're moving quickly to get in our last agenda, and we're able to make that timeline. But also we have a limited timeline in which to approve this item within the timeline of the bid specifications that we set for the vendors. And so we scheduled a special meeting to make sure we take care of this item timely, as it represents significant overall costs, but also moving this item quickly helps us secure grant funds and also lock in the bid prices, which were important for us. And so that's why we scheduled a special meeting. This is our singular topic today. I'll pass it over to Mr. Meyer to tell you just a little bit more quickly about the project.
All right, thank you. Honorable Mayor, City Council. City Clerk, could I have the map put up, please? Okay. Looking at the map, you can see 2 movements. One on the bottom right, that is the 7th movement. That allows eastbound traffic on Highway 58 to now connect seamlessly to northbound 99. Once the 7th movement and 8th movement are completed, we'll have a complete interchange of all directions for both 99 and 58 traffic. So this is the 7th movement, so after this project, we'll have one more project that's currently in design for the 8th movement. City Clerk, could you remove the map? So the reason we're here today, as a City Manager alluded to, there was a 60-day requirement to award construction for this project after the bid opening. We're on day 58. That's the primary reason why we're here today. A couple other reasons why this item didn't appear earlier. There was a shortfall of $6 million once we reviewed and analyzed the bids. While there were sufficient funds to award this project, there weren't sufficient funds for construction engineering services during the construction phase. So that's for ongoing design services and ongoing inspection services during the project. As of September 3rd, we did get a revised documentation from Caltrans showing we have now $34.5 million total dollars. So now we can fully fund construction, design services, and construction inspection services for this project. And the other issue was a disadvantaged business enterprise issue that's in more detail in the admin report. For those reasons, staff didn't take this item to council earlier, but given the documentation we have now, staff believes this is the best path forward, and staff recommends approval of contract. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Meyer. Mr. Clegg, anything further?
Nothing further, Mayor.
Thank you. Colleagues, does anybody have a comment? Vice Mayor.
First and foremost, just thank you to staff for organizing this meeting today and calling this special meeting so that we can get this bid approved. We're saving significant taxpayer dollars, and that's a good thing for our community, so I appreciate all the effort there. Seeing no other comments, I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you. You have a motion. Please cast your votes.
Motion is approved with Councilmember Weir absent.
Thank you. Next item, please.
Council and Mayor statements.
Colleagues, are there any requests to speak? Seeing none, we stand adjourned at 12:06.